All right, y'all. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? I know y'all haven't gotten to the room yet, but yeah, I'm back. Okay. Hey, Quick Vic, how you doing? Thank you for coming through. Hang around if you want. Got some things to talk about. I got the show coming up on Saturday, December 14th at 7 p.m. Got the amateur NITE reverse vibes. Let me see if I could bring up the flyer. Yeah, thank you for that, Vic. Thank you for that. It's an impromptu live, so for those coming in, just relax, have a chill pill, and we'll get to all the festivities soon. Okay, so we gotta go here. Let me see if I can bring up if I can bring up my so that can be saved. Alright, so there you have it. Ooh. Oh man. I can't do that. Alright. Settings. It looks so different on my screen, and then when I damn it. When I try to size it up, it's not working with me. No. Alright, I guess I'll keep it at that. Well, anyway, on my community wall, if you go to my community wall, you'll see some flyers that I did speaking about the event for Saturday, December 14th at 7 p.m. And so, of course, it's going to be here on my channel, King's Roundtable Presents Amateur Night Verse Vibes. Show starts at 7 p.m. and it's an all-inclusive live. So the submission deadline is the day of the event, but at 1 p.m. You can submit your talent. It could be whatever kind of talent. So long as it's talent that will not get my page knocked down. So we're talking about rapping, singing, poetry, spoken word, instrument, playing, if you make beats, dance, artwork, drawing, anything that's of the arts, anything that would be entertaining. I mean, if you have a good sense of humor, you can do that as well. You could come up here and show us your comedic skills, you know? And as far as spoken word and singing and so on and so forth, the other things that were mentioned, just make sure that what you submit is your own work. That is the most important thing, that it is your own work and no plagiarized submissions will be accepted. So the email for submissions is also on the flyer. It is the Juicy Pineapple 711 at gmail.com. So this is not gonna be a long live, but definitely something for me to give the community a quick reminder, because today is Thursday, the weekend is coming up, and I would like to see more people participate if possible. Yeah, so it's a lot going on otherwise in social media news, right? I wonder if people got the notification, or was it because of last night that my live is not going out? Mm-hmm. I hope it's going out. I don't know what's going on. But we'll hang out for a little bit. I got three eyes on me, three people with two sets of eyes on me. Okay, so three sets of eyes on me, excuse me. Last night I went live, and I've always played music on my page since I've started my page, and we had a good time. We had a good time. It's always a small crowd over here, but we had a good time. And I kind of got caught up in the moment, and I was letting the songs play out. And I wish that YouTube wouldn't have, hey Sage, I wish YouTube wouldn't have taken the live down, because it was really a good live. People would have definitely enjoyed it if they would have been able to catch it on the replay. But yeah, let me see something. Is the link pinned at the top, Sage? Oh, it is. But nobody can hit it. I don't know how people. Okay, let me see. How is it that it can't be? Damn it! Can they click the link? Say. Oh shit. Okay. All right. Hold on.
I,
Hey,
you can hit it, but you
okay.
have to be on desktop mode.
Oh, okay.
So, like, I'm watching this vertical from my computer. It allows me to click the link.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
So there you have it. You discovered something new, right?
Well, I guess I'm always on the computer though.
But did you know? Did you know that you could hit it only on a
Yeah, I've
desktop?
been knew that. Yeah,
Oh, okay. All right.
for a long time because I'm always on desktop.
Okay. See, I learned something new.
What up, Vic? I seen Vic in the chat. What's
Hey,
up,
Miss Playful.
Miss Plankton? So I was watching the Game Awards.
The Game
I didn't
Award.
know it was on. Yeah, remember I watched it last year. You know that's crazy, Crown. A year just flew by like that. Remember the last year when I was
Yeah, we
watching it?
watched it last year. I watched it with you. Yeah.
It's crazy, man. But
So who
it's
won this
not
year?
that. I mean, it's gonna be a landslide for Black Myth Wukong.
Okay.
So yeah, it's not too interesting this year. There's not a lot of standout games. You
Okay.
know,
Okay. Miss Playful, they took the live. They took that live when we were having such fun last night. Yeah,
they
Sage. I keep
said
talking
they
about it.
said get out of here, girl.
Sage, if you would have been in here rocking with us, you would have had a good time.
I was in here in spirit. Remember, I
Yeah.
told you I had to get some
Yeah.
shut eye,
Yeah.
but I let
Yeah.
the live rock out. So I was listening to the music until I passed out. You
Mm,
know?
yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You want a freestyle? What
Who's
up,
freestyling?
Factual? Factual. What up, Factual?
Yo, what up, factual?
So look, I mean, you can do that, but the premise of the show, Factual, is like to submit some type of work that you would allow me to play. I have other submissions as well, and on Saturday at 7 p.m., um,
Hmm.
we all sit back and listen to it, and maybe that may be something that can be done at the end of the show. Let people come up and freestyle. That's
You
a good
never
idea.
know. You never know. You never know. Whoa, whoa.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, they'll let you play some of the old music, Miss Playful. That's for sure. But that music was slapping last night. I was in my zone, sure. And then
So
they were
are you on your computer? Are you on your computer right now?
absolutely.
So like whenever you go live like
Mm-hmm.
this, you
Mm-hmm.
open another tab, you open Studio, and you can play your music. You just have to pay attention to when that warning pops up.
Okay, so I'm on StreamYard, so I'm gonna try to do it now. Okay?
Hmm.
And if in case of anything, I'll be back, y'all.
No, you just open. You don't have to go anywhere. You just open another tab
Uh-huh.
from YouTube. Go to Studio. Go to Content. Go to the Live
Studio.
tab.
Hold on,
Hmm.
hold on. Hold on. Go to content. Go to the live tab.
You see this live.
Yes, I do.
Click. You click the what's that symbol? The like the little circle with the Wi-Fi bars left and right.
Yeah.
You click that, it opens up the live control room.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. And then there you can make
Cute. Oh,
any
excuse me, y'all.
edits. Bless you. You make any edits, any changes that you would, you want to make. You can actually do it in real time if you want to, turn off like rewinding of this live. That's one of the things. That's me.
Okay, so where would I do that at? Well, in this window.
It will say DVR, and you just turn it off.
I don't see DVR in this window.
It's in one of the tabs that's there.
What stream settings? Or
Yeah,
okay,
stream
stream
settings,
settings.
and then
Oh,
you'll see it there. So it'll say DVR.
okay. It says enable DVR and it's on. So turn it
Yeah,
off.
so if you disable it, yeah, if you turn it off, now it's a
Yay!
yeah. Man,
Wow!
you just learning all this. Wow, what the hell? Wow.
Yes, I'm loving this. Oh my
Okay,
god.
so now no one
Mhm.
can rewind the live. Like you're either in here or you're not.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
right. You cannot go back to the beginning. No, you're here with me.
And then it
Uh,
incentivizes like for people like yeah, if you really want to know what was going on when the live ends, go
you gotta
back
watch
and
the whole
rewind it.
thing. Yay!
There you go. Uh-huh.
No more sliding through. You either with me or you ain't.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-mm.
Let me see. What else can you do there?
Oh
So
man,
there that they show it shows you when the warning pops up. You remember when I was like, "Oh, YouTube's they doing the warning now. I gotta stop the music for a minute."
I'm in my stream status, right? So it says stream status
Mm-hmm.
excellent. Messages, stream is healthy, stream health is
Yeah.
excellent.
So yeah,
Okay,
you stay on
analytics.
that tab. You stay. That's the
Okay.
tab that you stay on. You can play
On the
your music
stream
right
health.
now. Just
Okay.
when they give you the warning,
Hey y'all.
then
Y'all
you
wanna
you
y'all wanna hear some music, y'all? Let me
Romeo.
turn it up a little. Let me
What's good,
turn it up a
Romeo?
little bit. We're gonna do it a little different tonight.
See,
I'm not gonna get so so
mm-hmm.
seducting tonight. I'm not gonna seduce anybody tonight with music. I heard it.
You're not be so sultry.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not.
You're
I'm
not
not.
gonna be so sultry
But
today.
I'm gonna keep it on some vibey type of thing. So on the analytics pages where it would show me that
Yeah, the
they was
stream health.
stream health.
Hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep it on stream health.
Yeah, but you
Yay!
have to keep that open.
Yes,
That
open.
tab.
I got it open because I have on the side it shows me the chat.
Okay. Okay.
So now, if let's just say you was to drop down because I have it on vertical, right? So if
Mm-hmm.
you were to drop down and then come back up, and I'm in this window, what would I do? I have to leave this window, go and bring you up, and then come back.
You have to. Well, you could just uh, you could put the windows side by side on the one monitor.
Mm-hmm.
You
Well, I
know.
tell you, like it has the
Oh, hold on. My apologies. So
wow.
you can take the tab out, stick it on the right side, right? The YouTube Studio, and
Mm-hmm.
then stick the StreamYard. It'll make it smaller, but you can still see everything that's going on, like if people pop up and stuff like that. You know.
Right. I don't think nobody would pop up right now. And if you are gonna pop up, just let me know in the chat so I can be aware. That's all. Because really, really.
Right. But also keep in mind that whenever you do a vertical,
Mm-hmm.
put the StreamYard link on a post and let people know, like, hey, you want to come up? The
Mm-hmm.
link is pinned on the community, the last community post,
Mm-hmm.
in case, just in case they can't click it. Because the only way you can click it is if you are on desktop, on a vertical. Yipper, skipper.
Okay. Okay. Now you heard about what because when you ended your live, I was walking around YouTube streets and I seen something about I forgot who it was I was talking to earlier, and they were saying that the whole situation with Jay-Z, um, just to tap on it just a little bit, not really to run off into the races with it. But
Mm-hmm.
they made somebody I was talking to made mention about the person that will come out and they would believe something would be they would believe what was going on with Jay-Z would be if Superhead, remember Superhead? If
Karen
she
Stephens. Mm-hmm.
yeah. And now it's saying that Superhead is blasting Jay-Z and says he is linked to Diddy and more.
She just came out with that.
Yep.
Let me check that out. I like to
Mm-hmm.
Karen Stephens,
Mm-hmm.
Jay Z. Anything today? Let's see.
Let's see, because I got it right here on my
Yeah, it
screen.
says it 23 hours ago. Jay Z's former music video co star. She said none of this is shocking.
Child.
She you know what? I with her, you kind of gotta like keep your eyes peeled and kind of like because she's one of those, Remember, she was with Cool G Rap. That was her like
That was her baby father.
yeah.
Yeah, that's her
And
son's
the
father. And
stories with that
yeah, it's
that was
wild.
crazy.
It's wild. Yeah, it's
He
wild.
used to give her top until her nose
Yeah,
bled and shit
yeah.
like that. I was like, what the hell?
Look what Miss Playful said. Good old Superhead. She used to do porn with Mr. Marcus.
Right. She only did those two. I mean, like she did the two videos with him, and that was it.
But the
She
thing
didn't do
is,
it.
she would
She would.
know. Like I wouldn't
Yeah, she would know
because
definitely.
she topped off everybody in the industry, so she would know. See, this is why.
That's your
Okay,
that's your expert right there on all things industry dark.
right. So when you have the likes of, and I'm not taking nothing away from the sister, I'm just making the comparison because.
She's very very credible. She's extremely credible.
But listen to what I'm saying. With her, absolutely, you're right about that. Now, when you put her and she wanted him to take them down. Mm. Who's the him she wanted to take down, Miss Playful?
Oh,
Mr.
she
Marcus?
wanted Mr. Marcus to take the prawns down,
Oh, okay,
and
okay,
he said, "Hell no, you bugging out."
okay.
But
The
he
photography, yeah.
they did two. They did two together. Like, why would she go back? That don't make sense. I listened to her interview on how she got involved with that, and she
Mm-hmm.
was little parties and stuff like that. She was a little hot box. She's linking
Mm-hmm.
up, and she got tapped in with one of the dudes that basically tapped her into the industry.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, she got a book and everything. She wrote a book. What was that in 2013?
What's up, Hood Therapy?
Hey, Hood. And so what I was trying to get at was that we have Jaguar Wright,
Mm-hmm.
right? And she's been running around. Her name is
She's
that
been
name,
doing the thing that she's been doing for over 7, 8 years.
right? And Corinne Steffens has been quiet. Now, I'm doing a comparison based off of what we know about Corinne and what has been said by Jaguar. Jaguar said she was a dominatrix, and she used to service certain people in the industry, and she was at these parties and she knew a lot of the
Mm-hmm.
girls and blah blah blah, right? Corinne Steffen has topped everybody from young to old. And I'm not saying, when I say young, of age, of course. But Corinne Steffen has been quiet. Why now is she talking? She didn't pop out when Puffy got popped. She didn't pop out when any of the names kept floating around that
Mm-hmm.
we know from past history, how the history was, that she was affiliated with them in a sexual manner, because that's why they call her Superhead. Why is she talking about Jay-Z now? Oh,
I mean, why not? I look at things like that. Like, why not? She has, she's faded from obscurity. This is a great way for her to, push herself back into the spotlight, where maybe people may
she
pay
couldn't
her
do
for.
that with Puffy when Puffy came for when
Probably she
Puffy.
maybe. I'm gonna tell you why. Maybe she doesn't have stories with Puffy. Maybe she just has stories with Jay-Z. Which, now looking through a couple of articles dating
Mhm,
back to 2016, that's all
mhm.
she has is stories with Jay-Z. None with Puffy. You understand?
Got you.
So
You see, that's why I asked the question.
yeah, it makes sense
For
for.
relevancy to it.
Yeah. So there's
Mhm,
a lot of people that are tied to Jay-Z on that level, where they might come out and have stories, maybe even disgruntled exes, people that felt like, that he may have slighted them
mhm,
or whatever. This is
mhm.
the time for them to shine. The internet is undefeated.
Right, right.
Like, anybody with a good story, even if it's made up, right? If it's made up and it's not too crazy where a defamation suit could come from it, this is their time to shine.
Mhm.
Everybody loves a good story, you know?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Now I would wonder if because they're saying that the girl is 13 years old, allegedly, she's that much of a
Mm-hmm.
minor, and
Mm-hmm.
so her being that young, allegedly, that's her age, and he had,
This is the person that the lawsuit with Busby, right? With the lawyer.
yes, yes, yes,
That's a
that,
civil. That's not a well, right? We got to make sure that we put things in context.
yes,
They're filing a civil lawsuit. They're not even
right,
filing a criminal suit. So they
right.
want money. Like this.
Right,
This is a
but it's
money.
filed. The civil lawsuit is filed under the act. All of those lawsuits are filed under the act. So
Well,
that's what I'm confused at, because if that law is in place for,
that particular um thing that came out, that's already expired.
but it's the what's expired. Hold on, let me look this up, because the law
This and
itself.
again, it's all civil.
Okay, what
Everything
is
is
the
civil
law?
right now.
Hold on. Survivors. What is it called? The Survivors what Act? The Survivors Act. Uh, what is the name of that act?
I forgot, girl. I ain't even
Uh,
gonna hold you. I mean, I'm not. This is some topics I just be like,
no, but
I'm
I
in
just
tune
wanted to
with.
tap on it because,
Then you got to do the research, girl.
yeah, I'm doing it now. While we okay, it's the Adult Survivors Act, right?
There you go, Adult Survivors Act. I
It's
remember
the
it.
it's the Adult Survivors Act, right? So the Adult Survivors Act is New York state legislation.
Just
It-
put when did it expire? Let's get
hold
to the
on, but
meat of
let
the
me
table.
give the people that may want these details what it's about.
Okay.
is a New York state legislation enacted in May of 2022, which amended state law to allow alleged victims of sexual offenses for which the statute of limitation had lapsed to file civil suits for a 1 year period from November of 22 to November of 23. So
Ooh.
let's see. Yeah, them groupies is crazy, Miss Playful. Them groupies, it's a lot of groupies, and I hate to say this, but I think that that's kind of what the influx of civil lawsuits we're seeing. I'm not trying to uh, take away how they may have felt, or if they were traumatized, but could that be also what it is? Like groupies that I'm just placing a question. Could it be the that groupies now have buyer's remorse? What say you, Sage?
Well, this is a way for them to get an extra 15 minutes of fame. Maybe they have OnlyFans pages. There's so many. There's so many. You're not going to be able to pinpoint exactly why. Maybe they feel brave now. That a lot of these dudes, the chickens have come home to roost. Who's to say for sure? As far as like why I don't think there's really a method to the madness. It's a pile on right now. It makes sense to pile on.
So look, so now, due to the New York Adult Survivors Act, right?
Mm-hmm.
Survivors of adult sexual abuse can file a civil claim for damages for sexual assault, regardless of how long ago it occurred.
Okay, so they updated it.
That's why,
because maybe they probably updated it when they seen how many people came forward. But there was an expiration.
Yeah. There really was an expiration date, but now they're saying that they
it's in perpetuity now.
Yep. No matter how long.
Woo! There's gonna be a lot of those lawsuits. I'm telling you.
People better start paying attention and stop throwing your. Anyway, let me shut up. I can't say that on YouTube. But
you
yeah,
you want. You just gotta edit it out.
I mean, when it leaps from my lips, I'll just let it happen naturally. But that's crazy. It's gonna be a lot of lawsuits, boy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what, Ms. Playpool? A lot of these girls would just like pass arounds, man. They would just pass arounds. Yeah. And now they're full blown adults. And like right now, like most of them in their 40s. And what can they do?
You know what it reminds me of?
Give me 1 second, bro.
Okay.
You want to get my Come on, Max. Don't start barking. Relax. Oh,
it reminds me of
here we go. Sorry about the dog barking. Hold on 1 second.
What's that they used to do?
Here we go. Here we go.
Yes, Miss Playful. Yes, they are. They're goofy, starstruck, and goofy.
Yo, you'd be surprised, man. Like, a lot of those guys were very disgusting.
They were.
So to the effect and to the point that there was a lot of graping. And imagine there's a lot of women that have not come forward.
Yeah.
A lot.
It kind of reminds me of those what's the name of that thing that they used to have when I was younger? Oh man, it's not Greek Fest. What is the thing called? Whatever you
Freak.
start.
You talking
Um,
about
oh
Freaknik?
man. Yeah, Freaknik. It kind of it gives me that vibe, like a Freaknik vibe, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there was another one that they used to have in Florida as well, but it gives me that. Well, really, if we want to be honest, a lot of the older females that are coming out now that are in their 40s and they're saying that
Mm-hmm.
these things happen to them, a lot of them by proxy were kind of intertwined with the Freaknik, if you understand what I'm saying. Because
It was
when
part of the same culture, just a different address.
exactly, and that's what it's giving. That's exactly what it's giving.
Mm-hmm. But that was also the way that a lot of the the music promoted that.
Yeah. The behavior.
And
Because if you look at the Freaknik, the documentary that they did, a
mm-hmm.
lot of the artists that were coming up during that time, they would use Freaknik as their promotional avenue.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They give out their music, they had their parties, inviting the college students, so on and so forth. So it kind of embodied that type of culture.
Yeah.
And I think that followed into the industry as well. Because let's be honest, before the 90s, you really didn't hear that type of stuff from too much in the hip hop industry. I mean, I would say
What?
no, listen to what I'm saying. Not on
Mm-hmm.
this level, because we got, of course, old boy looking for a perfect beat. You know what I'm talking about. Bam Dusky. But I don't know, it's just I guess it just evolved into what it is now.
No, that's always been around. Groupies have been around forever.
No, absolutely. Groupies have always been around, but I'm talking about as far as hip hop is concerned.
No,
Groupies have always
they,
been around as well, but I'm talking about the culture, how it has become this. It has mushroomed into this thing that it is now. You know.
well, what is it? What do you how do you feel it's what do you how do you feel it's different now than from back then?
Well, I definitely think that. So I'm born in '75, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I caught hip hop when it first started. I was a little kid. My mother used to go to there was a club in the city she used to go to with her girlfriends. And I forgot the name of it right now, but back when she was going to when she would go out, which was very rare, but she would go out with her girlfriends. You had
Mm-hmm.
the Banji boys at that time.
Yeah, I remember you said
You
that's
know,
them boys.
they were boys. They would be I think Miss Playful could probably touch
This
in on
shit
that
is
because
this should be so weird. Like that part of it all is so weird to me,
yeah,
yo.
you had Banji boys. So I met somebody years ago, maybe about 6, 7 years ago. That yes, Miss Playful, yes, that's right. And they're I don't know if they're called something else nowadays, but basically
Bati men.
it's it's more to it than that because they they really they fancy themselves as they'll be seen with a woman and all of that,
Mm-hmm.
but and they may even be intimate with you but not sexually intimate with you. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
It's crazy, but nonetheless they look like regular dudes in the hood. Like you how
Yeah.
you come out your building, you be like, hey, what up,
Mm-hmm.
son? You give them dap and all that. They look like
Mm-hmm.
that, and they be Banji boys.
Your Crown's favorite subject.
No, it's not.
The gay niggas.
No, you know what's my what? Why I love
I
men.
hate talking about this weird shit.
I
Yo,
always,
Crown, man, I'm gonna
I,
drop that.
no, don't drop down. Don't do that,
You
Sage.
doing? You're talking about the gay
No,
niggas
I,
again, man.
did-
The
I,
fuck, bro.
I
I
didn't
told you
bring
next
that
time you
up.
do that shit when I'm
No,
on
I only
here, I'm
brought it up because
out.
you asked me. Listen, you asked the question and I'm giving you the answer.
What was the question again?
You asked me
Hmm.
where do I see the difference at? Like what
Yeah,
has it
but I meant
become?
with the
So
women. I'm
I'm
like,
getting there. I'm getting there. Oh my God. Come on, man. You a heterosexual man. Cut it out.
I don't want
Cut
to
it
hear
out.
about
Cut it out.
no niggas getting their
No,
dick sucked, bro. This
no,
shit
we're not talking about that.
crazy.
You talking about that. I haven't said nothing about.
But then you're alluding to it. It's the same
No,
shit.
I'm not even alluding to it. I'm not even
Okay,
alluding
the
to it.
Banji
See?
boys. What are they so? What was their
What?
sole
See, you
purpose?
bringing it up. I moved
No,
past it
because you're
already.
saying I wasn't even. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. Pause no diddy. Crown, what the fuck is a Banji boy and what
Hey,
do they do? Let's
hey,
keep it
how you
real.
doing?
Let's keep it
Listen,
fucking real. What's good, E? Let's keep it fucking real, Crown.
he,
What does a Banji boy do, Crown?
a Banji would be the equivalent, in my
Of a
opinion.
fruit cup.
No, listen. Stop, please stop.
All right.
Stop.
All right. You better explain this shit.
We're gonna talk about it in an adult manner. We're not gonna be ignorant. We're not gonna be. You understand what I'm saying? We're gonna do some adulting right now.
Pause. Whoa. Adultery.
I said adulting.
Who's married?
Shut up, Sage.
Who married?
I can't stand you right now. Your deflection is crazy.
I'm gonna fucking hold on. I need to Google a Banji boy. What the fuck is
Google
how
it.
you spell it? Bungee jump?
BAN. Yo, I'm done. BAN.
Banji boy, yoga boy. What the fuck?
No, just Banji boy. What is put Banji boys 1980s?
Oh hell no! They all look suspect, bro. They all look. Yo, this is crazy. Crown, what the hell is this? This shit better not stay on my algorithm. You know what? I'm deleting Windows tonight. Fuck that.
Yo, I'm done.
Banji boys. Fuck is a Banji boy?
Yo, I'm done. Yo, my God. Can we get back to the topic? Yo, I'm done. Oh my God, Sage.
I'm waiting. I'm trying to see where this better. You better get on.
So check it out, right? So, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
So when you ask me where do I see the difference at, my thing was that back then, that was more geared towards men. The environment, the culture was more dominated by men. As it progressed, men still dominated the music industry, the hip hop music industry, right? But women came in as objects to entice the visual, to put enhancement on the lyrics, you know?
Or to be as a beard.
That too. And with that comes the manipulation to save face. So the label may know this about you, but they want to broaden your viewership, your fan base. So we can't let that out. Hey, Quill. So they want to they want to broaden your career, you know, your fan base, so on and so forth. We can't let that out. So they have to make you more masculine in the sense of putting women around you everywhere you go.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
That's why I said it has changed. It has.
So back then they had the Banji boys around them, but then later on they started putting women groupies.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So that's why I said that it has.
Thank God I didn't grow up
ballooned into what it is now. You see what I'm saying? It's ballooned into what it is now.
No.
Yeah, like I said, I was born in 75, so I've seen hip hop grow. I grew up in a musical house. My mother always played music. Like there was never a weekend or even during the week. Shit, early in the morning, I would wake up and we woke up to music. The alarm clock went off with music coming on. You understand what I'm saying? So music is an integral part of my being. And I've always seen the change in music. Hell, I even, participate in music, singing, things like that. So I've watched it. I've seen how the changes, and yeah, it has changed over the years. Now you have women hip hop artists, and we see what that's about,
Right, because MC Light, I couldn't believe it. Like when she was, I was like, damn, MC Light is okay.
MC Light what?
She's Tutti Frutti, right?
Well, she was, and then she got married.
Oh, recently, right. You're right.
Yeah, and she's back to dating
She's
again,
back.
a man as
She's
well.
playing. She's playing for. She's swinging for.
Well, actually, listen, I can't
I want
pretend
to
to
say
know.
it in a way, but I already know.
I
Like it's
can't
gonna sound
pretend
crazy.
to know what that lifestyle is like, nor do I care.
Hmm.
But I will say this: nature always kicks in. I
Right.
don't give a fuck what nobody says.
Yo, that's true because a lot of you know what I mean. They coming back home.
Nature always kicks in. That's all I'm saying, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I can't pretend to know what it is that they do, nor do I care. But I
Hmm.
know that nature always kicks in because just to seal that little topic off.
Oh no, we
If
gonna keep
nature
talking
didn't
about
kick
that.
in, you wouldn't need the other accessories in the bedroom
That's
when
a
you
fact.
okay.
That's a
So
fact.
that's
I
all I'm
always say
saying.
that. I was like, wait a minute.
Uh,
So you're so you're a lesbian. Okay. Do you use a dildo? Well, I don't know. It seems like you're on the fence. It seems like you're on the fence.
no, all I know is that yeah.
If you're using a toy that's penetrating, I feel like you're still on the fence. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know
Yo,
what
I'm
you
done.
want to do.
I'm done. I'm done. Oh god.
What?
Okay.
I mean, it's
Okay,
true.
we can move past that. Pew. Moving right along.
Yeah, you know I'm gonna talk. I'd rather talk about that than some
Of course
bungee
you would. I don't
jumping.
want to talk about
Yeah,
that.
look, the bungee boys. Like, what the fuck, bungee boys?
Banji. Look, Miss Clay put that again. She says there is a Banji boy sitting right next to Bambata in a 1980s interview he
Oh
did.
no!
Look at that.
What?
Look at that.
Yo, that's
Yup,
crazy.
nature and reality. She needs someone who's earned Social Security benefits. I know that's
Mm-hmm.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. So, but yeah, I just that's the thing that he's giving with all of these women coming out now, with these lawsuits and shit.
I mean, it's
And
just
then,
it's part of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a bunch of people that some may be again disgruntled, some may have been slighted, some may have really been victims. You're gonna get a mixed bag.
I think some have buyer's remorse. Like I can't believe
Yeah,
like
yeah,
this
yeah. That's
person,
why that's what
you
I'm saying
know.
with the disgruntled.
Okay.
Like they have buyer's remorse, of course.
Mhm.
So the problem that that we as a society have now is, we want to be entertained. So right now they're providing the entertainment in the form of these stories that are breaking out. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter if it's true or false. People are
Mhm.
going to run with the narratives as they drop instead of just saying, hey, I'm going to wait for all the information to come out, because if history has taught us, just look at R. Kelly. The
Right.
story's been around for decades. The rumblings, the whispers, and eventually, it came out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
oh shit, he
Mhm.
was really like that. Like, he was really that guy.
Yeah, like
You
this
know?
dude literally used to sit in the McDonald's across the
Hmm.
street from a high school, or was it a junior high school, and pick up little
And you
girls.
know what's crazy? That you have stories about artists, but we're
Yes,
not gonna put it out.
I'm not gonna put it out, but I got stories
You
about
got
that, and I
stories
tell
with
you,
artists that
yep,
people will bug out.
yep.
That they will bug out. And because when you
Seen,
told
I
me,
was
I bugged
there.
out.
I was there.
And
I
you
was
seen
there.
it.
I was there. So
Crown could
that's
be a
why
millionaire right now. She got some stories. Let me tell you, she got stories, yo.
I just thank God that I had a praying mother, and I knew better. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So, but I've seen it. I've seen it, and I know it to be true. Real talk.
I want to touch on what you were saying earlier about
Hey,
these
Rose.
guys. A lot of these dudes. What's up, Rose? A lot of these dudes, they look like street dudes. They look like, like
Mm-hmm.
they wouldn't get down like that. But
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I've always heard stories about those, like the flyest drug dealers in the on the block. They be down low and they'll
Yeah,
be paying
man,
for
you'll be surprised how many
stuff.
dudes in the hood. You'll be
And
surprised how
I hate
many.
talking about that damn stuff, but it's the damn truth. Like, this
Yo,
is
but it's the truth.
reality.
Yeah,
It's
it's
reality, guys.
the flyest dudes, the
They be
money
more.
getting dudes,
Hmm.
and if you notice their movements whenever they move, okay. So we've all been younger, of course, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you always have maybe 1 to 2 other people that you have a strong affinity with, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you go out, you hang out, you go shopping, you link up, the regular schmegular stuff.
Yeah.
But then there are things that go beyond that. So, case in point, like in my neighborhood, I found out years later the flyers. I'm talking about when I say this dude was the shit. Um, I've never been a woman that likes community peen. So if
Right.
you're a dude that's slamming down everything that's walking by,
Mm-hmm.
for me it's a turn off because that means you have no self
Yeah, you
control.
know, yeah,
And
and
I've been
yeah,
like that since I was young. I don't like
I
that.
agree. I agree.
He was one of those dudes, but he was handsome as shit. I'm talking about goddamn. And he had all the accessories, the whips, the money, you name it, whatever
Mm-hmm.
women are attracted to. He had it, and he had good gift to gab. And the females used to come through like running water. Them females used to come through the block, and every time you turn around, it was like every 2 hours he had a new female coming through, right?
Yeah.
Come to find out, a lot of people used to party out in Jones Beach. And
Mm-hmm.
there were parties that used to be had out on Fire Island and all those little inlets out there. And come to find out, old boy was down with all of that. But when he back in the hood, he's smashing everything that got a skirt on.
Look at
You see
that.
what I'm saying?
Disgusting.
Yeah,
Disgusting.
so that's how it be. The toughest ones, the hardest ones, the illa, killer illas and all of that, the thugged out ones, the ones that'll lay something down and come to find out they was, booted
Mm-hmm.
and tooted and booted and getting slammed.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's how it be. But
That's
I never
wild.
like no community peen. Oh God, please.
That reminds me of a story. It
Mm-hmm.
reminds me of a story of a dear friend told me a long time ago. Maybe I want to say maybe 20 years ago. Right?
Mm-hmm.
She came home from work and her husband was getting slam danced on.
Jesus
She
Christ.
caught him. Yeah. And he was one of the biggest, drug dealers in the area, which was crazy. And I was like, wow.
That's
This is
disturbing. How she come home and find man?
yeah, yeah.
I think everything would have went up in flames with me. Everybody
Right.
gonna get it.
She went she
Everybody
went
gonna
she went
get it.
ballistic though. Like, she lost a little bit.
I mean, I can't. I mean, she had no idea that he was like that, right?
No idea. Nope.
You know how much she put him in danger. You
Yeah,
know,
no, Miss Playboy was sick.
Miss
You
Playboy.
know, but you know what? There's lessons, right? Like there's lessons to be learned from like certain stories. I
Mm-hmm.
hear a story like this, and I'm like, it keeps me on my toes with like people that are like married. A lot of them have dark secrets, bro.
Yeah.
People that have been together for a long time. Like you see a
Mm-hmm.
lot of celebrities, they're probably in relationships only to for the public's eye, and they're probably doing the most behind closed doors. This is a fact.
What's going on, OG Bobby and the crack dances? Y'all done.
Yo, what the hell? I'm done. What the fuck? Yo.
Okay, so Rose Gold is asking me a question. He says, Keys, would it be worse if your man cheated on you with a woman or a man? Just the fact that you cheat on me is bad. Because
keep
once
it
you
keep it real though. Keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real.
what?
Keep it real though. Like if you basically what Rose said there, he found
No,
out that
I think any woman would be devastated knowing that their man is cheating on them with another man. I
it
mean,
will
come
do something
on.
to the psyche. I think
It
a
would
little bit
it would
more.
devastate me, but either way, the cheating itself is devastating because I'm
The act.
entrusting. Hold on, because
Oh,
I'm entrusting you with something personal. You're entering me. You see what I'm saying? That's as close as you can get to somebody outside of
look at that.
growing in
Look
a
what Miss
woman's
Playful wrote
skin.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Miss Playful, I don't play around. Mm-mm.
Exactly, Miss Playful.
Yo, Miss Playful, when I talk to Crown, I be telling her, I'm like, I'm not promiscuous. I'm not
And
doing
that's
none of that.
wonderful. Stay like that.
I
Shit.
don't want to be getting caught up with some shit I can't shake off. We're not doing that.
But back to Rose's question, it would be devastating with a man, like I said, obviously, because what woman wants to find out that her husband or her man is cheating with another man, right? But for me, I don't know about any other woman. For me, the cheating alone, period, just the cheating would bother me. It sends me somewhere else because, like I said, it's personal, it's intimate. You're entering my body. You see what I'm saying? That's as close as you can get to another human being, and you
See,
decide
but you see
you're
how
gonna.
you
But let
respect
me finish.
yourself.
Let me finish. Let me
Go
finish
ahead. Right.
before I lose my track of my train of thought. Because when you go and you cheat, even if, okay, so we're gonna break it down. Even if a man goes and he gets a little bit on the side and he straps up, you still break the bond that we have together. Now, if you go and you don't use, I mean, you don't use a condom and you enter her like that, then what you're also doing is not only did you break a bond,
You're
but you said fuck
exposing.
me. You
Yup.
said fuck me because now you took your loaded gun and you could be coming home with a loaded gun. You see what I'm saying? The gun meaning your
I know
phallus.
what you mean. We know what you mean.
No, but
We
I'm
know what you
saying it
mean. Keep
for,
it YouTube. Keep it YouTube
yeah,
friendly.
that's
Go
what I
ahead.
said. The gun
Yeah.
meaning phallus. Entering my body, and you could be infected. So either way you look at it, it's still fucked up because you didn't care about me. You didn't
Right.
think about the other person in the relationship. It was a selfish act, only motivated by what you wanted. So that's a
Yo,
problem for
and
me.
you see, like I was saying, like you see how you broke that down.
Mm-hmm.
Like this in general,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of people that they view the act as soulless. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like there is no connecting. It's to alleviate their desire in that moment.
Right.
You
Yeah.
understand?
Mm-hmm.
We have evolved beyond that, and there's not a lot of people that think like you and I. As
Mm-hmm.
far as it pertains to having sex. You know,
Yeah.
um. So my thing is that it's like results may vary. When you're talking about these types of subjects, because you have women now, 40s plus, even 50s, trying to relive and recapture their youth that they felt that they missed, and they're out there throwing and slinging that thing like if
And
it
that's crazy to
like if it
me.
was brand new, like they just bought a new one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's called hookup culture. So when you
Mm-hmm.
get a chance, look it up. It is a thing. This is what they're doing now. Hookup culture, where it's like, hey, it's nothing serious. All right, whatever. It's a moment or whatever. But what they don't understand is like you can get a disease from the moment that you can't shake off.
Exactly.
And you know, we came from an era where there was a lot of bad things that you can catch that you can't shake off. They're still around. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell people, they're still around. So
Listen, when I was a
play
teenager,
around if you like.
when I was a teenager, the two biggest things that were going on was teenage pregnancy and the high rate of HIV positive
House in
people.
Virginia.
And
The house in Virginia.
there's a girl that I grew up with. She would be the same age that I am right now, and she died from that at 16.
Mm-hmm.
And I grew up with her, went to school with her, and everything. Okay,
Right.
and it took her out faster than you could say happy birthday. You could sing the happy birthday song.
And back at that time, like if you didn't have that Magic Johnson access to the Magic Johnson miracle cure, that you was
Okay, thank
dying.
you, Rose.
You was dying
Tell her
fast.
say hello. Mhm. But yeah,
You
man,
know.
I don't you have to be, well, we all have our own individual lives to live, and we are the captain of our ship, right?
Right, but being the captain, you
Uh-huh.
have the responsibility to the crew
Absolutely. And that's where I
to
was
keep,
going.
yeah,
That's
to
exactly
keep
where I
the,
was
the
going.
crew healthy.
Exactly.
Because you're not gonna be able to sail the seven seas without any, um, crewmates.
Right.
So you're not supposed to
Hey,
expose
Harlem
your mate
Romeo. Mm-hmm.
to anything like that. Like, and that's why I'll be saying, like, with love and a bunch of other things that I feel like is lost now because of the way the internet just promotes it. Like, hey, it's not a bad thing. No, it is a bad thing to cheat. It
Right.
is a bad thing to potentially expose your partner to disease. You know what I'm saying? Especially
Mm-hmm.
yourself. Like, you're to have self-respect is very important. You
Right.
know, you only get one life. Like, why would you be running around like if tomorrow is forever? They don't know tomorrow's
Tell
not
you.
forever, bro.
No,
It's
it's
not.
not.
You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
anything can happen to you. Not just with sex. Some people live like that. Like, YOLO. Okay, well,
Mm-hmm.
but respect your partner, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Respect.
Miss Playful. You are exactly right. Subtype A. Yes, yes,
Look at
yes,
that. Oof.
yes, yes.
Yo, Miss
Yes.
Playful. When I was coming up, right, growing
Mm.
up, they had really explained that, like graphically. And I was about maybe 9 years old. And they had the puppets. They used to bring the puppets to the school to teach
Mm-hmm.
about that. I remember that, yo. And let me tell you, it scared me straight. Scared me straight. I was like, yeah, I don't want to ever get caught up with none of that. So I've always been very, careful when it came to dealing with, uh,
Yeah.
you know, yeah, no, no, no.
When I was in high school, we had St. Vincent's Hospital down in the village now. Down in the village that
Oh wow, you was in ground zero.
well, I was in high school and St. Vincent was like the hospital for that.
Yeah, that was
You
ground
know,
zero.
yeah,
Yeah,
that was the hospital for that. And I'm talking about like you could look at the old videos, you probably could find them on YouTube. It was like the doctors and the nurses used to wear hazmat suits for
yeah, I
that
remember that.
because they didn't have
Hmm.
the proper they weren't properly, they didn't know what they know now, of course. And
Right.
a lot of times the patients were left abandoned in there. Like the family would literally
Mm.
be the ones to come and clean them up and do, like yell
Yeah,
and
they
scream at
treated
the
it
nurse.
like Ebola at that moment. I remember.
Basically because they didn't know it was like it was like like you take a bag of fireworks and just let them all off at the same time.
Yeah.
That's what it was like. You know what I'm saying? So when the doctors had to deal with so many patients that were coming in like that, and then they were coming in like Miss Playful said, that subtype A, one type subtype A, that one was like, yo, it was like lightning. So they were going through the process. The body was going through a process so fast that it was blowing everybody's mind because
Hmm.
you're okay in May, and by the ending of June, going into July, it's a wrap. Maybe a little bit
Yeah.
longer, but you understand what I'm saying?
Hmm.
They were all by themselves. Exactly, Miss Playful. Yes, they
That's sad.
were. If they didn't have family, they were in there left at the mercy of the people that were working there. And the people that were working there, they were doing it, but they still was scared
Now
because
here I'm gonna give you guys something, right?
mm,
This is just personal. I worked in these places. Crown
mm,
knows that. I've worked
mm,
in many places as
mm,
and as in the capacity of as catering as a chef, right? That did the diets, and you would
mm,
meet people, really nice people, and within a month's time, you wouldn't see them again. You know, um, it's probably one of the most depressing jobs I ever had to be there. Everybody's full of life, and then come to find out that person passed away. Another person passed away. I had to get out of there. I was like, yeah, I can't work here.
yeah,
You
I've had my experiences too working in that field, and we used to go to Chickatelli here in New York City. Chickatelli was a place where people in the medical field here in New York City would go, and it was funded by the CDC. So hey, Yak, how you doing?
What's up, yeah?
The CDC would be the one, the CDC gets all of the communicable diseases and
Mm-hmm.
so on and so forth. So if you're in the health field, you will go there to get your training, to be updated, to do your modules and so on and so forth. And I don't even like talking about it, but yeah, I've heard stories, and one of the most profound ones, which actually made me walk away, was, I think I told you about the boy.
Yeah, the boy. Oh my
And
God, that was so
I'm not gonna
crazy.
go into too many details because I never know if he's on YouTube or whatever. But I'll just say this: that he wind up being a child that his family didn't approve of him because he was of that persuasion,
Right.
and so, and they were very rooted in the church.
Mm-hmm.
And because he was like that, they gave him hell. So he left home. He wound up being around
The
what I would
the
consider to be
the
a it was
the,
like
the,
he
the
fell into a pack of wolves,
right.
you know,
You know,
and they
the
destroyed
wolves
his
being
life.
being the wolves rich,
Yep.
rich men
Rich
who want to
wolves.
say a
Yep.
taste of the banji.
Yes. And they destroyed his life, and his family never had nothing to do with him, and he didn't have nobody, not
Mm-hmm.
even the friends that he met in that circle, the man, I mean, nothing. And it was that right there, it broke me, because I used to be the one to do the tests, and I would give the results. See what
Mm.
I'm saying? And
And you
the
have to
way,
tell them like
yes, yes.
yeah. Oh my
And
God,
that
that's
right there,
crazy.
when I told him, and he went into this, you go through different
Yeah, different stages of grief at that
right.
moment.
So in the denial, of course, and
Mm-hmm.
then he felt the need to explain to me about his life, to keep me from judging him, even though there was no judgment. You
Right.
see what I'm saying? And he was young. He was only 18. He was only 18. He would have been 19 in like another 2 months, I think. Yeah, it was like
Mm.
2 months. So to know that, I was like, yo, I can't do this. I can't do this. This ain't for me. That was heavy on my brain for at least 6 or 7 months.
I
I
told you.
couldn't
You
do it.
remember the story I told you, right? Like about the one
Mhm.
client that he was a virgin, and he was with his who he lost it with, never been
Mhm.
with anybody else,
Mhm.
and then found out that she later cheated and gave him that.
God damn.
You know that was crazy, that story. And I used to bug out like, why are people telling me these things, you know what I'm saying? But then I
Right.
started thinking like, maybe this is God's way of saying like, yo, be very cautious out here, because there are people that they are very self-centered, selfish, and they only care about their own personal satisfaction, and because of that they could put you in harm's way.
Yeah.
So I've been very like cautious with people because of that.
Yeah, when you have those type of jobs, so I realize that people work in that field, we have a different understanding about life,
Hmm.
because you see so much, and um you know what it's like. You cherish the moments that you have. You don't want to waste a moment. It
Right.
has to be of value to you. It has to be something that you can walk away and say, today I had a good day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just, because you see so many people suffering, so many people going through life's trials and tribulations, man. And yes, yep, Miss Playful. That's how they used to
Wow.
yeah, they would send out trackers to find the holes.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's crazy.
That's how serious it was, man. That's how serious it was. And even in the 90s, when I moved down to the DMV area, there was a high influx. I ran across a few people that were known to have been that, and man, my legs was closed tighter than a damn vice grip. I wasn't giving nothing to nobody. Damn that shit. I was scared to death. Hey, Trooper. I was scared to death.
What's up, Trooper?
I was scared. But yeah, man. You see, so it kind of all comes back because this that we're talking about is also something that within the industry, like we had originally talked about,
Yeah.
the culture, that culture brings about things like this, you know? Um when I say brings about things like this, it brings about that loose like behavior where because what is it, herpes? Isn't herpes something that runs around in them circles?
That's like, yeah, that's normal for all of them.
Yeah, that's normal for all of them. You know?
And that's crazy to say that, but it's true.
No, I mean, who was it that didn't I'm trying to remember how it was. So allegedly, no, it wasn't alleged because it was true. Am I? Correct me if I'm wrong. That Usher gave somebody herpes.
Allegedly.
Okay, allegedly he gave somebody herpes, and by him allegedly giving them herpes, somewhere along the line they said that that was the same strain that Puffy allegedly had. I don't know, it was some craziness, but it
But we
seems
wouldn't know unless we put it under like,
anal
scientific
to
study.
I that you just threw me off with that one, Miss Playful. Anal tuberculosis.
Damn,
Mhm.
that's a barrage like nothing you never seen. Yo, oh my god.
Yo, oh man, yo, that right there took me out, and it's it occurs in the anus, and you also get I think it's gastrointestinal tuberculosis as well. Okay, so we're gonna look this up. Okay, so
All right, check this out. I gotta slide out. Not funny. No, I
yeah,
gotta wake up. I gotta wake up really early.
I know you do, but anal tuberculosis is just a
All right, y'all. I'm
non.
salute to everybody. I'm in the clouds. I'm out.
Oh God, man, peace, peace,
Bam, bye, Crown. We love you,
peace.
Crown.
Leave it up to me. Leave it up to me, right? Did you drop? Okay, there you go. But yeah, I'm gonna read the definition of that because a lot of people Harlow Romeo put the emojis. No, but this is each one teach one, teach each one, teach one, whatever. So anal TB is a rare form of tuberculosis that occurs in that particular area in the posterior and is less than 1% of the cases of gastrointestinal tuberculosis. It can present in a variety of ways. It can present itself as an ulcerative lesion with necrotic base and thick discharge. So this basically is just letting you know where it would be at and the treatment of it. I'm not going to go into all of that, but it is an anal lesion. It's extremely rare, but it does happen to less than 1% of individuals. Yeah. Yeah. That shit is crazy. Hmm? Child. Do you know venereal warts started from gay sex with men? See, now that I didn't I must be honest, I had my suspicions with it when they said um when they started talking about HPV, but I didn't really put the two together. I had my suspicion, but I didn't know that that's where it started from. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Child, we have to be careful out here. Man, oh man. What's up, React? React. You see, if you read the chat, we talking about herpes, venereal warts, and anal tuberculosis. Tuberculosis of the posterior. and fistulas and cervical cancer in women, aka HPV, and these things. That's where we're at right now. Oh man. Okay, 1 second. 1 second. Let me go back over here. And what's going on, Yak?
Whoa. What's up? What's up? What up?
How you doing?
Man, I'm blessed. No complaints. No complaints at
Okay.
all. I see you up here giving out educational purposes around here tonight.
Yeah, a little something, something. Just a little something, something. It
Amen.
kind of delved into this because we were talking about the hip hop industry and situations going on, and how hip hop now has ballooned into what it is as opposed to what it was in the beginning. Hip hop
It,
and is dominated by males. But
it
how
was dominated by masculine males. Remember that. Let's phrase it correctly.
Okay, I mean, we here. I don't know where you're at. We're in New York City. We have Bambaataa, but um, you know, potato. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Gotcha.
But and I say this respectfully, when I talk about hip hop, because I am a fan of hip hop. So I remember I was born in '75. So I remember as a child, like I stated earlier in the broadcast, you know, my mother used to play music. I grew up in a musical home, so we had all types
Same
of
here.
music playing. And I remember hearing the early sounds of hip hop, how the change came about. And so just looking at the culture overall here on the East Coast, there were different things, different pieces of the culture that came together. And during the 80s, there was a very strong male present. Masculine can be questionable in a lot of situations, but I realized that with what's going on with Jay-Z and Puffy and all these names that are being thrown out now about the hip hop artists, that what has changed is that the women that are coming out now are women that, my question was, could they have been groupies? Some of them may have
Mm,
had buyer's remorse. Some of them may actually have been victims,
fire.
not to take away from anybody. And so with
And,
that being said, um, it just was a change. There's been a change over the years, like everything. But I feel
and
that
this was, and I mean to cut, but this has been going on way before now. But it was a culture and a it crowd where everything stayed in house.
right.
You know what I'm saying? My
Mm-hmm.
California journey with my music. I went to a party, man, early on. I was in my early 20s, and it's like, man, to the party, you had to have a certain amount of money in your pocket to get in the party, but then you had to have a certain amount of money in your pocket to get upstairs to the party. And man,
Mm.
like when we walked up there, it was like, man, on this table you saw speed, a platter of speed, a platter of heroin on this one, platter of cocaine on this one,
That's
platter of
it.
this. I mean, shit everywhere. And you saw men, women, men. You might lay down with June and Judy, wake up next to Bart and Bert. You know what I'm saying?
Not
For
Barton
real,
Burke.
for real. And it was like, man, I was a little. That shit scared the hell out of me, but it was prevalent. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? It's the early 90s. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It was like, man, a lot of times, especially back then, it was meant to get signed. You had to be really pulled in by somebody specific. So man, to get a lot of people that got record deals had to do some shit to get them record deals. And
Yeah,
man, a lot of that shit servicing.
because let's not forget also, because hip hop started out in the mid late '70s. Let's say the late '70s, right? That's when it
Yep,
really it made its presence known. And
yep.
you had, as hip hop was entering, you had the demise of the disco era. The disco era
Okay,
brought about a different element of people, a whole nother culture that's now transitioning into the hip hop culture. You see what I'm
right.
saying? So
Yep.
those nuances in the culture and behaviors are now carried on into another legacy.
Yeah,
And so go
you might
ahead.
have the disco and the raves. You know what I mean? First, that was a certain. minority that used to do that shit. And then, once we start getting into different little sectors of people, you know what I mean? Some of that shit became vices to a lot of us. There's some shit we had never seen or done, and a lot of them got addicted to the lifestyle of
Right.
dealing with different type of females, different type of energy, different
Mm-hmm.
type of so-called being the in crowd. Man, you can sell your soul but not always talk about some devil shit.
Right.
Whatever, man.
Exactly. Exactly. Because selling your soul is just as good as falling for lust. You lust over things. That's a perfect way to sell your soul is lust.
The fact.
So when I look at the evolution of it all, it's like the ending of one era and the beginning of another. It's like as
Mhm.
if to a certain extent hip hop was birthed out of disco leaving. Now we have hip hop. So with the elements of, because even when you look at the old footage of hip hop artists back then, you have the very flamboyant outfits, and you
Yes.
have the
Costume.
yeah, they have the costumes, and the parties are very flamboyant, and you have a mix of basically like trying to find a beat, trying to find a rhythm,
Yep.
trying to piece it together, and then it slowly starts blossoming into what it has become today. But with those changes, you have the people have been pieces on the board have been moved around. So whereas men came in and created this baby, right, which in
Hmm.
reality has always existed, but it's just been pushed to the forefront now, right?
Exactly. It's nothing new. It's
Right,
just, man,
exactly.
it became more acceptable. So a lot of
Right,
people was more willing to even partake in those crowds, even if they didn't
exactly.
outright say they were part of the crowd.
Right,
You
because it's
understand?
always existed. Exactly. So now you have it being a male dominated thing. Now in the 80s, you had the Banji Boy, which is what we were talking about earlier in my live. You had the Banji Boys. I don't know if you know what the Banji Boys are. Banji Boys
Yes,
would
yes.
be okay. So we had the Banji Boy element that was deeply rooted in hip hop during that time.
Yes, yes.
And then out of that you had moving along, then you had the ultra masculine hip hop artists. You had
Hmm.
the battles, you had the LL Cool J taking off his shirt and showing muscles, going against Cool Mo D, and you know what I'm saying. You
Fact.
had that type of back and forth. You had the party goers, you like Slick Rick and Dougie Fresh. They was rocking the parties. And
Then you had the militant brothers, the
right.
man,
But if you
the
notice, everything evolved. You had Eric B and Rakim. They catered to the street mentality. They
Yep.
was on their lessons. You understand what I'm saying? There's God body. So you had different elements that just slowly evolved, and actually they evolved to the point of not being able to evolve anymore, because now the music is basically what they put out there for us
Yeah,
for us to
because
listen.
where it went wrong was we gave away, like we always do, something we created, and once we gave it away, they dictated what was going to be allowed, what you had to be doing to be accepted, and what they wanted to make us, man, look
And
like, man,
I think that what
it is
happened
real.
was uh, there was a generation that looked at the music industry as a way out. So instead of me standing out here hustling, you know what I'm saying, getting into shootouts, getting locked up, whatever, the industry became the hustle. You see
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
that
So
was that
now,
was your that was your goal.
yeah, that now you got, so now the industry is saying we got this type of element coming in. It's going to change the demographic of the music and the buyers and even the companies. So we have to
Hmm.
change certain things, and we have to put rules in place for these people. you know
Yep.
and
That,
if they follow these
I,
rules, then we can move forward with this. And eventually, people had the 360 deals.
yep.
Excuse me. And excuse me, I'm sorry. I was drinking some cranberry juice. Excuse me. And
Uh,
so you have all of these different elements that really have played a part in cultivating this culture that we are now seeing being brought about. And it's sad because a lot of these brothers, when they went in, some of them went in with their own proclivities. You know what I'm saying?
mhm. Yep.
Like you had some that really fell victim. They'll never say it, but they did.
That's a fact.
You know,
Man,
they'll never say that.
let me
Go
say
ahead.
something. I was like talent wise, I
Mm-hmm.
could have competed years ago, but I was
Mm-hmm.
too stubborn, too militant, and too
Mm-hmm.
willing not to, man, tap dance and shit and all up and down my back, all up in my booty and stuff. It wasn't fucking happening. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, man, you have they will put talent had become the last thing that you really needed. You know what I
Right.
mean? The talent had got so obsolete where it was like, man, they told you what they wanted you to start rapping about. They took our creativity away. You know what I mean? That's why, man, I'd be so upset with like New York. New York was such trendsetters when it came to the hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, man, everybody followed suit from the dressing. You know what I mean? The energy, the attitude, and then put the way I see New York now, it's like, man, it took away from New York's culture, in my opinion. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? 'Cause New York used to be trendsetters, man. And it's like, man, for them to follow suit to what other cities is doing, especially with this just ratchet ass kill, murder. That
Yeah,
just
that's
wasn't the New York way. You know what I'm saying? So I don't, I definitely, man, do not understand how New York just let it go that far. 'Cause they were trendsetters, man.
yeah.
But it's the
Sometimes,
industry.
yeah,
The
it is.
industry is wicked,
It is
man.
an
The industry's
interesting
wicked.
because look in the '90s, they were doing pay for play. I
Yep.
mean, pay for play, I believe, has always been a part of the industry thing, because sales are what companies are looking for. So if you
Mm-hmm.
constantly have the record in rotation, it plays into the listener's psyche to the point where they be like, you know what, let me go ahead.
When they took the control away from the DJs, that's when it
Mm-hmm.
started shifting. Because the
Yeah.
DJ used to be able to come in on his set and play whatever he wanted to play on the radio. Now, when you
Yep.
go to your job and you already got your whole playlist for your whole 8 hours already set in stone, it's hard for you to, you know what I mean, to slide something else in from a new artist. But
Well,
they was taking funds from new artists like they were.
a
You
lot
know
of
what I
a
mean?
lot of
But
the DJs, it's alleged that even during the '90s here in New York, Fun Master Flex was taking a lot of payola to keep certain artists in rotation,
yeah,
by the record company execs or by what you call them, the A&R, by A&R.
uh,
A&R would
that,
stop by and
that was part of your budget. That was part of your
exactly.
budget.
Mm-hmm. So
When you got your budget, radio, it was a specific amount specifically made just for radio play around the country where you can get in this rotation, you get in that rotation. But a lot of DJs started taking these little payoffs and they'll spend you, but they'll spend you 3:30 in the morning. Don't nobody hear.
right,
Yeah, your shit got
right,
played 5 times, but didn't nobody hear it.
right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Man, it was a lot of things. It was a lot. We set ourselves up for failure, man.
When you're not in control of the environment that you are in, you have to play by the rules. You see what I'm saying? There's
There
always
you go.
rules around. So
Yeah.
this is what happens. And a lot of it's sad because a lot of them were very talented and still are very talented. But the way the music industry is now, it's as if it's set up with a time limit, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um like right now I believe is Lil Durk, he's gone. It's
Man,
over for him,
man,
you
he
know?
ran his course and man, fell for the 52 fake out, man. You know what I mean? For real. It's like,
Yeah.
man, how do we? This is the part I don't understand with these young brothers. The object always wants to be to make it so you can get out of the condition you and your family in. But once you get
Mhm.
out of the condition that you and your family in, why is it so hard for you to try to make sure you keep your boots planted in the same condition that you
Well,
fucking
like I
got out
said,
of?
like the old adage goes, you could take them out of the hood, but you can't take the hood out of them. You see what I'm saying? So no matter what environment they are put in, some people will always fall into the same behaviors that were a
Yeah.
part of the environment that they came from. If they you
My
can
thing
move
is
them
like,
from
you
you
gotta
can
be
move them from
trying to still prove and show that you're down. Which
yeah,
what
you
the
cuz you
hell do
could
that mean? Because
cuz you
everybody
could
can't go.
cuz you could
Everybody
you
can't
can
go.
move from Delaware to Illinois. You could live in the worst part of, and I'm just using that as an example. You can move
Exactly.
from Delaware, and you could come from the worst neighborhood in Delaware, move to Illinois, and move to the most beautiful place, right? But if you are not prepared mentally, because the finances are there, they're allowing you to make that change, right? But if you're not prepared mentally, and you don't have the right people around you as your mental, I mean, as you know, and your mental is not prepared, you will find what you just came for where you're at.
Yep.
Because there's still something in you that hasn't evolved past that. And that's what happens.
Exactly.
Because
because no matter where you go, all the same bullshit is everywhere. It's just to the degree and how publicly it's presented to you. Everything's gonna be everywhere you go. It's up to you what you really looking for and what you still trying to have your hands in. It's like, man, what's your goal? Is you willing to, if you want to make it for whatever reason you want to make it for, or you just trying to make it just to, do bullshit?
Right.
You got to answer that yourself, though.
Because look, Dirk was making good money, right? And he was moving with his quote unquote crew, his crew from whatever, his boys, whatever you want to call them. Why not, right? And I had stated this earlier. But why not take? These are your boys. These are your peoples. This is your crew. The people you grew up with. Whatever. They riding with you. Why not sit down and let them know? Listen, I'm gonna pay for all of y'all to go to school. Go to school. Get the business savvy of what we're doing, so we could each branch out and build generational wealth for our families.
I'm gonna send y'all to management.
Right. And exactly. And then it would have been a turnaround. But no, they fall right back into the shit that they say they want to get out of.
Well, because everybody's not an artist. You know what I mean? Everybody is not an artist. Everybody is not a performer. But he's dangling X amount of dollars and I put your song there. Everybody is not meant to be doing entertainment. Some people could. Your advice might be, you good at security, start a security branch. This one get started management company. This one get started, man. XYZ, man. Change it up. Open a trucking company. You can't give but so much. You know what I mean, man? Give them an opportunity. If they don't want to accept that opportunity, sometimes you gotta let your hands go. You don't owe nobody nothing, especially if they ain't willing to motherfucking partake in what you really trying to change for.
Yeah, that's a fact.
What's really important to you, man? What is really important to you? And Dirk he had just signed a $40 million deal, and he had a $400 million deal on the table. 400. He just threw that away.
Yeah, he threw that away with his life. Now I wonder which one went more to him. You see what I'm saying? I wonder which one means more to him, because at this point it don't even matter. But I know he's asking himself that.
Yeah, man. And it's like, the position he in now, I'm just gonna put it in hindsight like this. Even if you were still gonna partake in some of the so-called alleged shit that they saying he partaked in, if you got any kind of common sense, you would have one individual that you would selectively deal with, give orders to, and say what you want done, and he handles any other little entourage, but you are never heard, spoken, none of that. How the hell you don't know that? Don't even make sense. You should never have been put in a position where somebody else could have fetched your ass up. It don't even make sense. You still trying to be down. Probably everybody want to sound good and talk too fucking much. Sometimes shut the fuck up. You ain't always got to be heard, man.
Yep. That's how it is. And these young kids, they young. I mean, in comparison to me, he's a baby. You know what I'm saying? He's young. These young men haven't even lived their lives yet. They don't even know what it is to live. They really don't.
They ain't broke the service. Only man, I commend Chief Keef. Chief Keef, he's one of the ones that he got it. But it took for the same old block dudes to come rob him and take all this shit. Once he moved to the north side of Chicago where the haves are, he tried to bring them on that side to show them how mansions is, and they went back and robbed him. That's what made Chief Keef leave Chicago and go to California. And man, he's excelled by getting away from him. He took a select group with him. The rest of them, man, talk to him from a distance, and you see the difference.
Right. And see, some get it. Like my father always used to say, some eat the marbles, some don't. My father always used to say that. There are some that will eat the marbles and some that won't.
Yep. Yeah,
And
man.
yeah, man.
Everybody can't go, man. And sometimes people have remorse for making it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Some of us have remorse before making it. You know what I mean? It's like, man, you gotta learn how to separate your emotions from the reality of, man, everybody can't go. Everybody's not really meant to be that close to you. And everybody
Right.
just got to smile in your face and call you bro. That don't mean they
Mm,
won't cut your fucking throat.
that's a fact. That's a fact.
For real.
But we'll see
Everybody
what
gets handed
happens.
accordingly.
But we'll see what happens with Dirk. I mean, not with Dirk, with this whole music industry situation. Because, I mean, if all of this is going on, my thoughts are that there would have to be some type of change that's gonna come. You know, because it's
Yeah.
just like because on the other hand, now I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna talk about the differences, the discrepancies. So we know that within the industry, I don't really want to touch on race, but I have to kind of touch on it because when you look
Mm-hmm.
at what's going on right now, everybody that's being yeah, react exactly. Everybody that's being brought to the forefront are melanated. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
all of these melanated brothers and it's a lot of melanated sisters coming out making these accusations against these brothers. What about when it was, the Ofe, when they were being when they do what they do? Why doesn't it get as much fanfare and attention as it does right now?
Because that is the norm. That's been going on. That's been going on that side of the tracks for decades and decades and decades. We wind up acclimating ourselves into some of this shit. Cause you got, man, us as a people, certain certain stuff, man. Especially when you go back to you think about our grandparents and the code that we came under. Certain stuff, we are soulful people. Certain shit clashes with, man, that spirit that's in us. So man,
Mm-hmm.
once we start feeling like we made it, we start doing shit that, man, we as a people did not, man, promote and or, man, that shit was taboo to us.
Yeah, because I'm saying to myself, the same way that all these melanated men are being brought to the forefront, there has to be a slew of Ofe that literally were intertwined in these activities as well. But nobody's putting a finger on them or naming them.
And for us to start that, you had to get to some of them part. Man, you was shown that you didn't start that shit. You made it to a certain level where you was able to come into that door over there to see this shit that's going on. So it's a whole bunch of the it crowd in the machine. That's, man, way worse off than the brothers that they taking out right now.
Yeah, there was. I remember. I don't remember it verbatim, but I do remember that Bun B, the rapper. There's an interview. It's on YouTube, and he's speaking about it in Justin. What he says is that basically he went to one of those parties and not not a puffy party, but it was an industry party. He didn't put
Mm-hmm.
what artist party it was or whatever, but it was an industry style party, and it was in a mansion. And they got there, and there were different rooms. And when he was walking around and getting to check out the place or whatever the case may be, he said there were different rooms for different things. And when he
Yep.
opened up the door to one of the rooms, he said, "Nah, this ain't for me," and he left. Now there have been certain artists that have made mention of that, and basically there's a door. Did they go through the door? They say they haven't. Some decline to answer. My
Yep.
thing is, um, prior to walking in the door, Like there has to be something before that door. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like because you just don't open up a door and walk through it like, oh wow, what's going on in here? You had to have gone through something in order to get to that door to open it up and be able to say yay or nay. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah. It's like this. You might get invited to an event, and you have X amount of people with vices, and if somebody might come up and talk to you and put their hand on your back and rub you down your fucking from your neck down to your over your ass cheek down your spine, and you don't react as a man like you probably should, that could be an open invite that you just invited yourself to.
Got you.
Something that's simple, but something that direct at the same damn time. And then you'll get invited back. Cause man, oh damn, he ain't say nothing. This man sitting there with his damn nails at the top of your damn ass cheeks and you don't move. As a man, something wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? For real. I don't mean to be so direct, but ain't no other way to be about it.
And
you understand?
I laugh because it's comedic in the manner that you say it, but it is a serious topic because we're adults and we're having, we're doing a conversation.
Lotion all up down your back, all up in your booty and stuff, and you stand there. Somebody right about that shit.
Yeah.
For real. But it's like, man, it's real prevalent. And when they talk about these different doors, if some people might understand if you've ever went to like a swinger event, it's kind of acclimated in that type of setting. This door might be just, fondling. This door might be just, oral. This door might be just blase, et cetera, et cetera. And if each door gets a little raunchier, depends on what you willing to go to is what they willing to give your ass at the same time.
Sure.
And some people lifestyle on an everyday basis is so bad, their family conditions be so bad that they want to change. And they be willing to do some shit that they normally wouldn't do, thinking that it'd never come out. Fuck it, I'm gonna do it this time. 10 years later, they got your monkey ass on the summer jam screen. You made it. But man, you made it. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, this shit is real.
And when you don't want to do what they tell you to do, they whip it out, whip out that little video and say, now you remember this, right? And 10 times out of 9, you don't even remember.
That's good, man. Slip your ass and make it. And it's like, man, we got, man, them psychedelic drugs. Black folks didn't used to do that shit, man. We used to do some weed. Nigga might sniff a little cocaine, man. He probably doing psychedelic drugs, but nigga don't even know. Nigga think he on the moon. You don't know what the hell you done.
Moonwalking on Earth.
Man, you out here telling don't have no idea what your ass did when you wake up in the morning.
That's what they did with that Criz Act. When they brought that crack into the community, that just stole a whole generation, boy.
Yeah. It's like, man, you got to remember, man, it's a tribe of people. You got to remember the United States is where we live. What is this, man? What's this country built on? You know what I'm saying, man? Taking your shit, rape, robberies, man, and fessing your ass up. This man, you got to remember what is popular around here and what's very accepted. For real.
But now switching lanes. God bless America, and I say that respectfully because
I'd rather be here than anywhere else because I got the right to say that.
Because you could say that here. We go somewhere else. Right now, we be standing in front of a fire. I got the right
to say just that.
We say that somewhere else in somebody else's country. We start giving our opinion about how they live and their government and what's going on. We be standing in front of a firing squad
with his head.
So you hate it, but you love it. You hate what they do.
Man, I'm just speaking factual. Exactly. I'm just speaking factual. Man, I'm glad I have the right to express my opinion.
Absolutely. You can't do it nowhere else. That's for sure.
That is facts, man. But I appreciate it, man. Chop in and chop it up with you, man. I appreciate you. Keep doing the real.
Check your email. I don't know if you check your email or not, but check your email. Okay. And just get back to me on that because Saturday I'm having another show this Saturday, the 14th at 7 p.m. So check your email, and also you're welcome to come through again and participate.
I definitely get back with you, man. I appreciate you.
All right. You have a good night.
And you do the same, sir. Appreciate it.
All right. Peace. All right, y'all. All right, let me see. Did he drop down? Okay, there we go. Now, I don't know who's in here with me, but did he drop down? Okay, there you go. I don't know who's in here with me. I see I only got one viewer. Oh, I got 2 viewers. Yittity. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, man. It's a lot going on. Let's see what's going on. Ooh. All right, y'all. So with that being said, I'm going to end this live. But once again, don't forget, this Saturday, December 14th at 7 p.m., we have the Amateur Night Verse Vibes, hosted by yours truly, Keys Roundtable, a.k.a. Keys, a.k.a. Miss Juicy Pineapples. Yeah, we're going to have fun, y'all. If you're going to submit anything, please submit it to this email. I'm going to type it in here. You can check my community wall for the information regarding, hold on, y'all. Okay, here you go. Okay, that's the email for the submissions for the show. That will be this Saturday at 7 p.m. right here on this channel. And yeah, just please make sure to send it to the email. Oh, the deadline for the submission. Okay, let me just write this in here. Is 1 p.m. this day of the event. Okay, so yeah, submissions Saturday 7 p.m. We're gonna do it again. Hopefully, I get more people to come through. We're gonna have a blast anyway. And maybe at the end of the show, once we listen to the submissions, we might do something different. I'm not gonna say what it is now, but we're gonna try to switch it up a little bit. And this is an all-inclusive event. I want to be clear about that. Now, I personally don't care about the politics that are going on in the sector. If you come and there are issues that people have with one another, those issues will continue. But within this space is a safe space for everybody. I think we could put our issues to the side, even if it's just for an hour and a half, and enjoy and have a good time. And if not, you just can't. You can't. But I want to reiterate that this is an all-inclusive event, and it will continue to be so. It will continue to be an all-inclusive event. So with that being said, I say good night. Thank you for coming through, to the people that came through. This was impromptu, but I just wanted to have a little chit chat with y'all. And have a good night, y'all. Have a good night. See y'all soon. I might go live tomorrow. So just be on the lookout for the notification. Good night.